Alright, now we get to start building our project in Flash. And as you can see by the window here, I'm using Adobe Flash Builder. I've compressed the size down to fit into this window. So let's go ahead and create our project. This is going to be an ActionScript project. I'm just going to call it Walking Man App. And yeah, let's go ahead and create that. It'll automatically create the main ActionScript file that will extend to Flashpunk. So the first thing we need to do that, of course, is Flashpunk. So I've got two folders set up here. This is where my project's saved, so I'll just go inside here, inside the source, and then I have another folder here. This is the package that you download from Flashpunk's website. It's got all the library that you need, so I'm just going to copy that over into here. That's done. I can go back to my Flashpunk, and we actually don't need a sprite here. This is going to extend something Flashpunk called engine. So now that we've got the engine in there, we're going to have to create one more thing in our source directory, and that's the asset. So we'll create a folder, assets, and I'm going to copy in the pictures we created. So this is the folder where we created the animation of the man and combined it all into one file. That's the montage there. I'm going to copy that into our assets. That's what we're going to use to create the animating man. So just go ahead and copy that in there. Actually, montage doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's just rename that to Walking Man. There, that's a better name for that file. All right, back to Flex Builder here. Okay, so let's edit the main class now. Go in here, and we need to type super, and we're going to pass in what the size of our movie is going to be. It's going to be 640 wide. It's going to be, say, 360 high. Its frame rate will go 60, and we'll say false on the fix there. Okay, and that's while we're here, we'll just set the stage color. Screen. We need to import the FP. Like that. Now we can say screen color equals, I'm just going to go with light blue. F3, there we go. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is create a world. So this is sort of our container, and inside it we can place various worlds that represent different things. We're just going to have one world for this application. So we'll save that. Let's quickly export it, make sure we haven't made any mistakes here. Any errors. When this runs, it'll automatically open it up in a different browser. And you can see it's opened it up here, and it looks fine. So we will, oh, you can see that the blue is the right blue. Alright, let's go back to Flex Builder. And we're going to create a new class now. This is going to be our world, like I said, so let's go in here and say new ActionScript class. I'm going to put that in a package called world. The name's going to be, let's call it Walking Ground, because that's what it's really going to be. And it's going to extend world. Finish that up. We don't need the super call in there, so I'll just get rid of that. Alright. So now that we've created this world, let's just go ahead and go back to our Walking Man app and add that world to this. So we go fp.world equals new Walking Ground. Save that. Let's test it, make sure it's working. Yep, didn't get any errors. That's great. Go back to Flex Builder. Okay, so now we need to create the entity. The entity is the thing that appears in Walking Ground. So we'll, it's going to be a Walking Man, obviously. So we'll go ActionScript class, create new. This is going to be in the package entity. And it's going to have the name, let's call it Walking Man. And it's going to extend the entity. Finish that. Notice that it imported a lot of different things here that we don't need. We don't need this super statement at all. And we can get rid of all this. Just don't need it for this example. Delete that. Okay. So inside our walking man, we're going to have to embed our assets that we created. So let's just go ahead and use the embed. And source equals assets. What did we call it? Let's go back to our folder here. Call it walking. So we call it walking man there. Walking man.png. And then we'll assign that to our class. Man class. You'll see what I do with that in a second. So now we need to assign that class to a variable. So we go private var man. This is a sprite map, and it equals a new sprite map, and the source is walking man. And each individual frame in that is 288 pixels wide and 128 pixels high. Okay. So if we go and just assign, it's a graphic equals man, that'll add that to the stage, and then we'll go back to walking ground here, and we'll add that entity to this world. So just quickly go add new walking man. Alright, let's compile that, see if any mistakes. Oop, we have a mistake. Let's take a look at it. Oop. Mistyped that. I type main a lot, apparently. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. So you can see our man has appeared on the stage there. Well, I'm going to stop the video here, and then in the next one I'll show you how to define the different animation cycles, and we'll position the man in a better place, and then we'll assign some keyboard commands to it. So stay tuned for that.